Good morning, my name is Sarah and I'll be giving today's spiritual reading. I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the current state of affairs in our world. Fear, anxiety, uncertainty, helplessness. These are just some of the words that come to mind when I think about the last few weeks. But I also think about compassion, community, love, and laughter. To see the urgent call to action from global citizens, compassion in the practice of social distancing, and joy in the face of worry has led me to feel hopeful. As today's theme suggests, we have two lives to live. When I was a kid, my mom read me a book called The Little Me and the Great Me. The beginning of the story goes like this. First, take a look at me. What do you see? You see me. But you don't see all of me. You only see one me. Now here is the secret. There are really two me's. But you can only see one me at a time. Sometimes when you look at me, you see what I call the little me. But there is really another me. I know there is another me. The other me is the one I want you to see. The other me is better than the little me. It is the greater me. I call it the great me. The great me is always kind and loving. The great me only does kind and loving things. The little me is not always kind and loving. The little me wants things all for myself. When another child plays with one of my toys, the little me calls out, "It's mine. I want it." Come to think of it, I think I witnessed this exact scene at the grocery store, but they were adults and it was toilet paper. I use this book as an example because it's applicable at any stage, any moment of our lives. The little me is the ego. The great me is the divine. We have a choice. In the midst of fear, the little me wants to scream out and say, "Help, I don't like this feeling." The little me makes decisions in the best interest of itself, in the interest of self-preservation. But the great me chooses faith. The great me chooses love. In the midst of fear, the great me returns to the wisdom and peace of spirit. The book continues. Now I will tell you another secret. Like magic, I can change the little me into the great me. I will tell you how. You know how you blow out a candle on a birthday cake? Well, that's how I blow out the little me. I pucker up my lips and blow. Out it goes. Out goes the little me. And I take a deep breath in. In comes the great me. God's spirit comes in with the air I breathe. Stop thinking about the difficulty, whatever it is, and think about God instead, says Emmett Fox in The Golden Key. It's in uncertain times like these that we must focus our attention on the divine flowing through us. We must focus our attention on the good in the world, the community, and the collective. I leave you with a message I saw from Dr. Brene Brown just this morning. She says, "The pandemic experience is a massive experiment in collective vulnerability. We can be our worst selves when we're afraid. We can be our worst selves when we're afraid, or our very best, bravest selves. In the context of fear and vulnerability, there is often little in between because we are uncertain and afraid, as that's our default self-protection. We don't have to be scared when we're scared. Let's choose awkward, brave, and kind. Let's choose each other." So as we head through the next week, where the only thing certain is the uncertain, let's remember this. We have two lives to live. You can choose the little me, the ego, or you can choose the great me, the divine. It's just like blowing out a candle.